This is TV3 KARD Television, Wichita, Kansas.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Well, Sarge and I would like to welcome you to another installment of Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge, you old boy? Well, hello there. I've already prepped my face with some of this Barbus shaving oil. And my razor today is going to be this 3-piece non-adjustable Muhle R41 razor. It's a very aggressive razor, so I'm going to want to use a light touch. And my soap slash cream today is this Chidoriya. Well, they call it shaving cream soap, Chidoriya, from Japan. And they have a whole line of products, mostly for women, but some of them could be used by men. And the scent on this, I would say, makes it kind of a unisex. It's not an overly feminine scent, but the soap has all number of good things in it, and I'm not going to try to read them all here, especially since it's small print, but there's all kinds of things that are good for your skin in here. And I got this from Small Flower, which is Murr's Apothecary's website out of Chicago. So my brush is this Simpson Trafalgar T2 brush, synthetic. And I've also lathered up in the Van Yulay honeycombed shaving bowl. I forgot to mention also, in my razor there on its first use will be one of these Statum or Statum blades. So we'll go that route, and I think I got plenty of lather on the brush probably. I hope you're all doing well out there. I'm going to try to get a lather going on my face here. I think there was plenty of time for the shaving oil to soak in for the most part. Still looked kind of shiny above my upper lip there. But it's always best to let the oil soak in, and I might have gotten more oil on my face than I meant to, as I was seeing some dissipation with the soap. I'm trying to remember if the first time I used this, which was the other day, not long after I got it, if there was much dissipation with the soap. Because as a general rule, unless you let the shaving oil soak in, give it a couple of minutes, maybe while you're getting the rest of your shave together. If you don't do that, oil and soap sometimes don't mix well, depending on the soap and probably all manner of other things. So I'm going to go ahead and wet the razor. And here we go, pass number 1 with the grain. About 3 days worth of growth today. I don't know if you could tell, but it's about 3 days worth of growth. Yeah, like I said, I've got to remember to use a light touch. Do a bit of a Gillette slide here. That's that angular kind of stroke. And let me go over here. Flip the razor over, since it's a double-edge razor and a double-edge blade, and go over to the other side of the face here. And Okay, now I'll go ahead and rinse the razor. And since I'm a little OCD about my razor rinsing, I'll probably cut out the rinsing because it takes me a few seconds longer maybe to rinse than it does, more so than it does other gentlemen perhaps. Let's see, I gotta remember which way I'm going here. I'll go ahead and do this. For some reason, I started to go across the grain there. But that's generally the second pass. We go across the grain on our face and neck. I almost used another single edge razor that I got in the mail this week, but I've been using so many single edge razors on and off camera lately that I thought I'd go back to using a double edge, at least for this shave. I've liked these Statum blades in other razors. I'm not too sure about this one though. I think I might have preferred the Persona Lab Blue blade that I was using recently, a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or two ago now, when I first got this razor. I am using a lighter touch because this is an aggressive razor, but I'm still having to shave over various places over and over again. Maybe that's not a good idea, but like I've said umpteen times before, I try to shave until I hear or feel no audio feedback in each direction that I shave, with the grain, across the grain, and against the grain, and for pickups or touch-ups. But that'll have to do for now. I'll be right back, and then it'll be pass number 2 across the grain. Well, a light floral scent on this soap, but it's not very strong. Like I said, it's light, maybe a 2, possibly a 3 out of 10. More like a 2. Very light scent, and seems to be dissipating already. Let me do something here real quick. Just add a little bit more from the shaving bowl here. I don't know if that'll help, but it's a pretty slick soap too, so that's helpful, even if maybe the lather is not the thickest, which could be user error on my part too. That's relatively okay. Excuse me, just gonna rinse my hand off here and keep going. Sorry, gotta get moving here. Okay, I'll go over here now. Very nice razor to use as long as one remembers to use a lighter touch, especially if you're not a terribly hirsute gentleman like myself. Okay, rinse time. Okay. Okay, rinse time for the razor again. All right. Over here. Yeah, this is a very slick soap. Might not be as slick as the final incarnation of Williams mug soap before they stopped making that, but it's a fairly slick soap. And the tub of soap is very small. I'll show it to you again. About the same maybe as a Williams puck. And yeah, that's why I used a smaller brush and why I went ahead and did some bowl lathering after I got what I thought was enough soap / cream on the brush out of the tub. Well, that's probably more than enough for that pass. I'll be right back and then we'll go against the grain. All right, we'll go against the grain now. I'll start on my neck. I did get myself there. Shame on me. I felt that it didn't hurt that bad. Stung just a teeny little bit, but I got my Adam's apple there. Shame on me. Should know better. Usually some cold water takes care of that. I may not even need any alum, but we'll see. Even using alum, that's hit and miss for me. Sometimes it seems like it closes up weepers pretty quickly, and other times not so much. Even tiny little weepers that are nowhere close to being bleeders. Okay, rinse time. Okay, to the face now. And a little bit, not too bad, but just, again, a teeny little bit disappointed in this blade with this razor. I believe I've used, well, I know I've used this kind of blade, this brand blade, Statum or Statum, however that's pronounced. I know I've used it in other razors, less aggressive ones, of course, but I've used it to good effect or whatever. I've had good results with it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I'll flip the razor over and get this other side of my face. I'm disappointed in that because I think in this little weeper or bleeder right there, because the first time I used this razor on camera even, I don't believe I got any weepers, but I probably was more careful. I must not allow myself to think I'm indestructible and can push real hard using the Muhle R41, one of the most aggressive double-edged razors there is. I'm sure there's a more aggressive one somewhere, but as far as Muhle's line of razors and mass-produced razors in general, this is known for being very aggressive. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. I think I gave myself another little weeper right there, but it's so small. Yeah. I must have been pushing a little harder because I don't think this blade is cutting quite as well as the Persona Lab Blue that I had in here before. I think I used that other blade 3 times and then threw it away. Still got the little bloody bit there. Okay. Well, yeah, I gave myself at least one little weeper there, maybe more. Gotta be careful, but this blade, yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible blade. but in this razor I wouldn't recommend it, at least not for me. I'll be right back for pickups. Okay, I'm gonna go straight to pickups, but I'll put the magical clock up there, and well, Sarge is in the bathtub. Sarge, what are you doing? Here, let me borrow you again. Oops. Let me borrow you again real quick, Sarge. Come here. I got you. When we're all done here, I'll give you some water. I think you want some water in the bathtub. Sarge, like I was saying, it's pickup time, Sarge. Does that excite you any? I love you. Okay. I'll put you back in the tub. Oh, Sarge. Okay, sorry. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to rinse my razor and go over this again real quick. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, that is a BBS shave, and I'll be right back with Mr. Towel. Well, I'm just finishing up drying my face off with Mr. Towel here. Pretty nice shave, all things considered. I think that the weepers are gone, but they might pop back out. Very close shave. And I'll put Mr. Towel back where he goes, and I'll start a brief recap, and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. All right. Well, before I got on camera, I prepped my face with Barbus shaving oil. And my razor has been this 3-piece non-adjustable Muhle R41 razor from Germany. And in there, on its first use, I had one of these Statum or Statum blades. And my soap, which is also called a cream, soap cream it's called, has been this Chidoriya original formula from Japan. Let's see, yeah. Maybe you can see the little bird on there. There he is. Get him right side up. And, well, let's see. I applied that with the Simpson T-2 Trafalgar brush with the smaller synthetic knot. And I also used, I did some bowl lathering in the Van Yulay shaving bowl with the kind of honeycombed interior there. And let's see, if I covered everything, then I'm going to reach over here for some of the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. A very light lavender scent, and there's no alcohol in this. It's a facial toner, not an astringent. Here we go. It's kind of refreshing. supposed to be good for the skin. I imagine it is. Thayers has witch hazel with no scent, and they've got several with different scents. I think there's lemon and peach, perhaps, and I'm not sure what all. Rose, I think. Anyway, that's the lightly scented Thayers Witch Hazel. And I'm going to reach over here for something I haven't used in a minute, the original Denim aftershave. Yeah, I'll shake that up a little bit. Boy, I put that cap on there tight last time I used this. Okay. I'll get a little going in my hand down here. Yeah, I'll get that going in my hands. Put a little bit on the wrists. Oh, that smells nice. Behind the ears, on the temples, back of the neck. This doesn't really go with the light scent of the soap or necessarily even the witch hazel I used, but it doesn't clash with it either. At least not so far, it doesn't. Things you think might not go together, but I'm kind of doing a bit of a hodgepodge today as far as products I'm using. And so that is the Denim Original Witch Hazel. Not Witch Hazel, I'm sorry. I mean aftershave. Denim Original Aftershave. And then finally I'll finish up with some of the Arko Men Cool Aftershave Balm. Shake that up a little bit. Let's see, I'll try to get a little dab in my hands. That's probably more than enough there. This has a nice scent. That's going to go very well with that Denim aftershave. I hear Sarge moving around in the bathtub there. Hey, that's it. I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Peace out.